Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel and to part 2 of this indoor simulator match at the Royal Troon Golf Club. Open Championship venue. Excellent place. I'm getting absolutely worked by these two guys, Crenty and Paul. I'm even par, that's me, Johnny. Chris is at 1 under and Paul at -2. Please don't forget to prod the like button, that would be much appreciated if you're enjoying the content. Tickle the old subscribe button because it is free and it really does help me out, so thank you for that. And I would love to hear in the comments what you think of indoor simulators. Is it good? Is it realistic? Is it not? I don't know. Anywho, this is hole 5 then. Me first, and this is a long par 3, 200 yards, and I've hit a 7 iron thinking that normally goes 200 yards inside.
That looks so good.
But it hasn't, and I'm off to the beach. And I'm going to have to pull out the old bucket and spade because that'll be deep around this course. So here's the creature, otherwise known as Crenty, otherwise known as my brother aka Chris, hitting a hybrid from his toilet seat again. He sits in a funny way when he's behind the ball. But that's just me, what do I know? That's come up short as well, and Paul's mug is now in the way. Paul, who loves orange, thinks he's Ricky Fowler Mark II, but he's older, less good looking, and less good at golf. Harsh bants, but I don't think he could disagree with that, as he hits a wide right shot, and we've all come up way short. So Paul to go first with his second shot then, and he has a fairly decently long chip here, and has a bit of work to do just to make bogey, you would think. But I believe he has forgotten about the fact that there's rough penalties, which are very annoying, and he's fallen foul of that. What's Crenty got to offer? He's done the right thing and played for the heart of the green. But that'll be a 2-putt bogey, but he does get a shot on this hole, so that will be a net par for him. I get no shots, which is upsetting, and I'm in the bunker, and quite honestly, I'm happy with that. That will be a bogey for me, but what can you expect when you slap it into the front bunker? Right then, Paul's struggling a bit, got to get up and down for bogey here for himself, and that's got to do well to stay on the green, and has it? Just somehow. So that's a 2-putt double for the young man, and with a shot he loses a stroke and is now joint leader.
2 inches wide.
Yeah, game. So Crenty up first then, after playing that hole as well, if not better than everybody else. Got the D stick on this par 5. No idea how long it is, but for once we have a wide landing area. Most of the holes are extremely tight. And you get a massive bonus for being in the fairway, but they're impossible to hit. It is literally like a thimble in front of you. So me up next, and that's not a good finish. That must be wild. Yep, and as I suspected, it's gone a decent distance, but it's way offline and we're on a side hill. No idea if that'll affect me. So Paul then, after his left pin driver in hand, what can he do? Well, Crenty and I both went left, and Paul's decided, I'm having none of that, I'll see you all on the green. And he's blazed that into the left rough. So I suspect we are all laying up here, but goodness me, this is a dod.
It's got flyer
driver off the deck for those of you.
A driver flyer out of it.
That's unreal. And he's done a fantastical job.
I'm just thinking from a ball striking maestro.
And he
sells it, driver off the deck.
Well done to him. So Paul now, long iron in hand, just trying to get this back in play. You would imagine he's way away from the green at this stage. But the struggles on this hole continue, and all he's managed to do is boff it 131 yards up the rough up the left. So he's in trouble. I have the 3-wood, because why not at this stage? I'm losing. Don't normally hit the 3-wood too well off the floor, but I'm very chuffed to say I've got pretty much all of that. And we're in the fairway, so I have a decent opportunity to maybe get that up and down for a birdie and get myself back in this competition, so to speak. Paul then, 3rd shot from the left rough now. Can he get himself close to the green? Well, no, is the simple answer. just hacking his way up the left-hand side, and he'll be playing his 4th from short of the green. So here's Crenty after his driver off the deck. Respect that. Not an easy thing to do. What can he do now?
Yeah, that makes sense because that started straight.
Well, he's played a very nice shot in the end, and after all of that, that'll be a par net birdie, and well, that's good news for him. Not for me, but anywho, this would be to join him if I can get this close. That sounded a groove low, and somehow checked up prodigiously. And unfortunately, that's not close enough to make birdie, and that'll be a par also. But no shot for me this time. Can Paul finally get himself on the green? Nope. And he's still in the rough. Right then. Well, this is for his gross par, but he gets a shot here, so if he can get up and down, that will be a net par, and I believe he has done it, and he has. And he was all over the place, but well done to him. So they're still up there at 3 under, and I am now languishing at +1, and questions have to be raised about whether I'm even in this anymore. So Crenty up first on this par 4, stroke index 9, so he gets a shot, so does Paul, and I don't. And as good as that looks off the tee, that is the wrong green. So he's in the rough, way right of target, and I could do well to forget that image in my head as I tee off. What have we got? Well, that's straight. However, for once, having a decent bit of length off the tee is going to bite me in the booty, because I've hit it through the fairway and into the rough. Oops. So what can Paul do then? Paul, the highest handicapper of the 3, playing off 21, and he is going to be the only one to find the fairway. And those lessons do seem to be paying off, as it is slightly unfair when a 21 handicap golfer can hit a 292 drive straight down the hill. So here's Crenty going straight over the wrong flagstick. Can he get there? No, he cannot. He's found himself in bother again. And Paul's outdriven me, so I'm hitting next from the rough and totally guessing. What normally happens is you get a penalty for being in the rough unless you get a flyer, so your shot doesn't go as far as normal. And although I managed to get the distance correct there, I have dribbled it off the left-hand side of the green, because there was a bit of a slope there apparently, and that'll be off, and now I'm struggling for par. So here goes Paul then, after his sublime tee shot, and he leaped on a little right. And quite honestly, that's a little bit unlucky. He's literally about a foot off the green, but still has to play no auto putt on the fringe, I'm afraid. Crenty has worked his way out of the bunker, but will not be close enough, and that'll be a bogey net par for him. What can I do from just off the green? Absolutely nuke the ball, and that won't be close enough for a par, so that's a bogey, no shot, bogey, and disappointed. What's Paul got then? Paul's pretty much done the exact same as me, but he benefits from getting a shot, so no blood spilt anywhere there, except I'm going further behind and the jig is up, you might think. Well, is it though? Because we're actually playing normal match play shots here. We're not playing match play, it's stroke play. So something cataclysmic could take place, and we're on to the postage stamp, the 8th, which is an extremely well-known hole, and is like an upturned saucer is the green. So if you don't land it perfectly, like you're about to see here, the ball just rolls off and you're in disarray, which I am. So nobody's on the green. Can Chris rectify that? Or Crit? Or Creek? Or the barrel? Lost his balance, and I don't know what he's doing there, but he's also missed it right, and he's basically landed on top of Paul. And I don't know whether that's good or bad. I have no idea what goes on in the mind of Crenty. But he's up first, and he's played a rip snorter of a shot. What an up and down that is. No shot though, because it's stroke index 18, because it's the shortest hole in Open Championship golf apparently, but it's definitely not the easiest. Can Paul follow that up from the same place?
I mean, he got it on the
Not
green.
quite, but he's done well to get the ball on the green, and he's got to be pleased with that. Bogey net par, not to be sniffed at from there. My turn then. And I've chipped that off the green. I've de-greened it, everybody. And I am chopping my way around this hole, and I have to hole this just to save par now. I'm losing ground massively, and I nearly did chip that in actually. That is literally dribbled across the hole. That's another drop shot, and now I'm 6 back. These guys battle it out now, and I'm just collecting the wooden spoon. So to the last hole.
Yeah, that was the one.
And that is not good. Oh dear. That's a top, I'm afraid. There's no way to describe it. Paul then. He's gone left again. Way left this time. And that's gone into the bushes. But somehow, it says unplayable, but he gets a free drop, so not sure what to make of that, because normally when you can't hit your ball but you found it, it's unplayable, and that's a penalty stroke. So that's a little bit annoying for Crenty, but I'm just swiping now and just playing for pride. And I've missed the fairway by a mile yet again, but I'm way up there and should only have a wedge in my hand for the second, so not too much of a disadvantage. Crenty, however, from the bushes, and that's actually gone backwards. That was from 330, he now has 345. We'll just let it go again. What an absolute nincompoop.
Must have been a rock in there or something.
We had no idea that there was a rock or anything, so he's going to drive off the deck again, hoping for the best. Fortunately, he's caught that cleanly and it's come out nicely, although he's missed the fairway right, and quite honestly, this has turned into a bit of a shambles from his perspective. So Paul now, from the bushes himself, took a free drop, just apparently as you do. Not sure about those treats, but this is familiar. He's just working his way up the left-hand side again. Crenty now with his 4th, and this is starting to be a bit of a blow-up hole for the young man. His tongue's hanging out, he's really trying, he really wants to win, but has to do something special from here, and that ain't going to do it. He's got out into the fairway, but not on the green. Finally I get a go on this last hole then, and I just have a gap wedge in my hand, looking to stick this close and save my blushes. But yet again, I've caught it a groove low and the ball didn't really roll out, and so I will finish on +3, and that was shocking. Tough course though. I'd take that in real life in all honesty, but anyway. Paul then. Oh, he seemed to get a nice bounce, and he's fist pumping. It must mean a lot. Wowzers. So this has to go in then, otherwise Paul is going to win this, and I'd like to thank everybody for watching. Stay tuned next week where we're back outside on the golf course. That's nowhere near. But I hope you've enjoyed the video. See you in the next one, and see if Crenty can slam dunk this just to save his bushes. No. That'll be a double bogey after tax, so quad.